Hello out there. Hello. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. My name is James Caldwell, and I am here to do part of our series. I'm just saying tonight I'm going to talk about scandal. I need to tip my hat and my glass to whatever ink pen it is that Shonda Rhimes is using to turn ABC out on a weekly basis. It is ridiculous. Ridiculous the flow of emotions that you go through watching this damn scandal every week. My God, there was so much stuff that went on tonight. I wasn't going to do a video because we're 1 week from the finale. The finale will be next week. So I said, well, maybe I'll do a video when the finale comes. Couldn't wait. Had to talk about it. There's just so much that went on. Tonight, well, last week actually, Olivia took down B613. They took them down, shut them right off of just everything and just blacked them out. And the last thing we saw was Jake had the bitch in a chokehold, baby, giving her, what did you do? Um, so they have this whole thing. There's this bomb, and her mom is at the bottom of it. That damn Maya Pope, who is the most treacherous woman that I believe is actually on the television at this point in 2014. She's just absolutely treacherous. I love her. I'm always, a lot of times I find myself rooting for the bad guy, which is don't judge me. Don't judge me. But I do root for the bad guy a lot of times. I love her just about as much as I love Olivia. But anyway, we got all of this business going on, and then this office is just full of all people that have their business all in an office together. You look around, you got Jake up here in this office. You have all of Olivia Pope and associates are here in this office. We go through this whole thing. Jake's pissed off, and he tells Olivia about, the fact that, and this is good, the fact that she just unzipped his zipper, and that's what brought down B613. Well, baby, it was a mess because Fitz was there too. Fitz, President of the United States, standing there. When he said that, you watch Fitz's face just crack at the fact that he knows that Jake has been fucking Olivia again, yet again. But then, not only that, if you paid a lot of attention, you see all the other males' face crack too. Huck's face went up. Columbus Short's face went up. I'm like, does she have like coochie control over all these men? Like, I think Huck loves her more like a sister. I don't know what the thing is that Shonda, go on and write something in there with Columbus Short and Miss Olivia. Twist that on up. I would love to see that happen, but she just has this control, and nobody wants anybody touching Olivia. So I just think that's fabulous. But baby, they had to turn around and call in the big guns, and we turn around and we hear James Brown super bad, and in comes Eli Pope. They had to call in her daddy. A mess. A mess. So we're like, okay, now we're getting ready to get at it. I knew it was getting ready to be some problems. Gonna be some problems. They find this man, Dominic Bell, who is the person who is been messing around with Maya Pope. And then you find out later, he's basically a punk ass terrorist. And I'll get to that in a minute. He's a punk. I ain't never seen a whine and crying damn terrorist like that in my life. But anyway, he's been screwing around with Maya, Mama Pope. Been screwing around with her for years. You find that out since Olivia was literally a toddler, basically. Well, actually, before that. So they go and they get her on the phone, and they're telling her, let's play a little Russian roulette. For every minute that you don't tell us where that bomb is, I'm going to shoot at him. And there's one bullet. She talked her shit while Eli kept clicking the gun. This man is crying. He's hollering, my, all the crying and carrying on. She went on and she went on. And the last thing you heard Olivia's mother say was, goodbye, Dominique. She knew that Eli was going to kill him. She just basically gave not a fuck. She hung up the phone. Eli said, everybody out. This was like my part. I screamed. I screamed the first time when they brought Eli in with all this. The second time when he told them, everybody out. And Huck hoisted Miss Olivia on up. and took him out of there, baby. And Eli made my night, baby. He looked that man in the face. The man got to giving. Eli crying and carried on. He gave that motherfucker click, click, boom, motherfucker, gone. Cold blooded. Cold blooded. Took him out. I loved it. I loved it. And this is something that I was noticing in this episode is the dynamics of that family. Maya Pope and Eli Pope, both of them. Olivia's mother and father, they have no value of the human life at all. They will take you the fuck out. They care nothing about it. Where Olivia doesn't have that, but that bitch is just as bad because Olivia takes solace in destroying the human spirit. See, Olivia takes solace in literally breaking you down and then making you just, she's just destroying people. Her thing is not killing them, but just destroying them. That whole family is messy. They're very, very messy. They're not the family that you ever want to make friends with. You don't want to sit down at dinner with them at all. But at any rate, Sally Langston, she's running around. She's trying to be president, so she didn't got back on her mojo since, she was ready to throw in the towel. Now she's being underhanded and mudslinging and babbletote with her bullshit. She got this whole thing set up where she's trying to get DNA and all of that and go play that game with that Andrew and Mellie situation. So we got Sally over there being shady, as usual. Let me jump back for a minute. Olivia lets her dad have it basically because she's like, we don't do that here. We're not killing people here. We don't do all that. That motherfucker looked at Olivia and told her, listen, I'm sorry, but I've waited a long time to take that man and kill that man. And I enjoyed ending his life. And I enjoyed it very much. Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. I love it. Anyway, so then we go and another version of the nastiness of the Pope clan, Maya. They're getting everything together. The terrorists are showing her how to use the bomb, how to activate it, and all that. I look at this bitch with her cold-blooded ass. Now you got this fool. He's over here. He's ranting on about, American blood is going to be spilled today, and this, that, and you know how they go. And he's going on and on and on. That bitch looked up in heaven and said, yeah, we know, we get it. Like, shut the fuck up and come on. Cold-blooded. We're literally sitting there talking about blowing up the president of the United States, and that bitch gave, yeah, whatever. They are a cold-blooded clan. Just cold-blooded. So anyway, hats off to Shonda Rhimes for writing these crazy characters. I love it. Something's wrong with you, Shonda. Something is absolutely wrong with you. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Then we go over to old Mellie. Mellie, at this point, is the drunkest bitch at the White House. This bitch is just so damn drunk. She's damn near slurring. She got a glass or a mug and everything just getting fucked up, okay? Everything's just untwisted for her. But the bitch is drunk. She is drunk. And she ends up, I'm watching as Olivia ends up finding out she went to the doctor in the White House about a paternity test. She wants to know, is this oldest boy really Fitz's or is it actually Fitz's dad? Because she basically wants to see Fitz burn in his own bullshit. So her and Liv are going back and forth. And as they're going back and forth, she's giving her, it's none of your business. And this, that, the other. Child Olivia gave her, listen, don't play this game with me. I am not in the mood. And they're going on. And I'm still sitting and I'm watching and I'm looking. And I'm saying, this is crazy. The dynamic of Mellie and Olivia. And I just caught it tonight. Mellie and Olivia are just as much attached as Olivia and Fitz. And I think actually even more. Mellie actually hates Olivia. On one part, she hates her. But on another, she's her best friend. Literally. Mellie knows that Olivia is really the only person in that White House that really gives a shit about her well-being. She knows that. She realizes that. And like I said, she hates her. She hates her because of the Green Eyed Monster. She hates her because she's jealous. She hates her because she has taken the affection away from her with her husband. And, and she literally has her husband linked up. So she hates that about her, but she knows that they basically are like best friends, and she's the only one who gives a shit about her. She just happens to be a person that loves to fuck your husband. Now, for me, that says a lot about these women because I think these men are all like snotty nosed brats. Olivia and Mellie, calculated heifers. Calculated heifers. And she actually slips up and tells Liv that it's basically Big Jerry, that the paternity, where the question of paternity is. She knows that Olivia is going to keep that secret. That's the best friend part. Deep. That is deep. And only women could actually play that. Men are too in their emotions. Men get way too much in their emotions. Women calculate and they plan and they slide and they cut when it's good to cut. Men get sloppy and start swinging the knife all wild. So I just looked at that and I was like, Shonda. So we're looking at that. And then there's the thing where they're going back and forth, and they have that little thing where they do that back and forth, Mellie and Olivia, because again, that's that cat thing. So that's that. But then at the same time, Liv gave her very much of, oh, I respect you, bitch, and I respect your hustle. Well, she told that bitch, you would have to be an idiot 6 days before election to go ahead with all this bullshit, and then told her, and I know you're not an idiot and you're never reckless. I said, now, really? These two bitches is back and forth giving, bitch, you ain't shit, but then also throwing in, but I respect you, bitch. Craziness. I loved it. But worst of all, we got these women that are calculated and nasty. These men is basically reckless. Then you have your queen, Cyrus. The whole situation comes up about this here bomb and where this bomb is supposed to go off and all of this business. And then Cyrus finds out the whole loophole and where the bomb is supposed to be and all that. And once he figures out that it's going to go off at a certain place, Cyrus, with his shady ass, kept Fitz right out of the situation, but made sure that Sally Langston walks right on into it. Shady. Cyrus does not care about the blood spill. So worse than the women in the program is that nasty little goddamn queen, that damn Cyrus. End of the program, we're looking at Cyrus, and Cyrus is sitting there with a grin on his face like the Grinch. He just is happy when he get people killed. So this is all what we're moving into for this finale. I cannot wait. I've been screaming. I don't even know how I even have a voice. Screaming through this episode of Scandal. It's just too much. It's too much. I love it. They're carrying on and everybody's just cussing each other out and getting down and carrying. And then here we got poor Columbus Short, Harrison. Again, now he's all held up with this nasty heifer that dropped her panties. She got him all held up, so we don't know what's going to go on with him. We got the bomb situation with Sally. Her ass is getting ready to get tore up. They get ready to mess up the pages in her Bible. Then we turn around. Fitz going to be cool because we got to have him in this bullshit. The nasty crew. That goddamn Quinn and that Huck. I live for them and all this tension that they have. So wrong, but so right. But this spitting with them two, I can't take it. That spitting. He spit on that bitch's neck, and then they went to fucking. Go on to fuck. But that spitting, I can't do it. Them two are weird and nasty. I like it, but don't judge me. But they're that spitting. They got to stop that spitting shit. It's horrible. They're so busy fucking each other that Maya Pope literally marched her ass right in to Pope and Associates and gave Bring My Baby Home. See, I live that bitch is a woman of few words, and then she's all action. She told him bring my baby home, and her dad called, had her go ahead and get the moving from the bomb site. So she didn't blow up her baby. But when we see Eli Pope again, Miss Maya done fucked him clean up. You killed her lover. You used her daughter as a pawn. Pissed her off a little bit. You wanted her, Eli? You fucking got her. That bitch walked right up on him. Clean as a motherfucker in a cream goddamn trench coat and a black pump with a fierce, serious leather gray glove. She walked right the fuck up on him. And the next time we see that motherfucker, he was gasping like he was when he was on the Terminator 2, laying in the middle of the floor. They was calling the ambulance for his ass. You wanted her? You fucking got her. I love her. She is a cold, treacherous, nasty bitch. I love it. So we got all this going on. We're going into the finale. I cannot wait for next Thursday night. Cannot wait. With that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I hope you all enjoyed this. Please leave me comments at the bottom when you're done. And thank you again for clicking on the video. And all right, gladiators, let's see what happens next week. I'm James Caldwell. I'm signing off. And hey, I'm just saying. Bye, guys.